Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about something I picked up recently, and that is this beauty right here. This is called a treadle hammer, and this is a hammer that's going to make drawing out steel for me a lot nicer, a lot easier, without having to pay, through the nose for, a power hammer, which I wouldn't mind having. But as if you remember, I built this treadle hammer here, but just didn't have enough oomph with that 10-pound head on it. So went out and got this guy. Went to Ohio, about a 3-hour trip from my house, but well worth it. This is just an example here of what this thing will do for me. We're working with railroad spikes today, and these two dies come down as you push on the pedal, and that causes that pressure to draw that steel out to the ends like that. And got it from a guy named Andy, and he made these dies for me while I was there. Great guy. He's in Ottawa, Ohio. You can go and get a hold of me if you want to get in contact with him. He's got a lot of stuff there. But anyway, went ahead and threw the railroad spike in the forge here, got it heated up, and first thing we did was give it a shot. Now, you'll notice I didn't have a very good pin in holding the die on top, so that'll start getting loose on me here. But as I'm taking the steps on this, that pops out there, but I fixed that later. As you're taking the steps, it's drawing that steel out from end to end versus going from side to side, and that saved me a lot of blows with the hammer. It's coming down with more force, coming down in a more concentrated area, and even though it doesn't look like it's doing a lot right now, it really is saving my shoulder a lot of work. So a few trips back and forth, just drawing that out, and you can tell it's hard to see when the steel gets hot on camera, but there's some wavy lines it is putting in it, but those come out relatively easy, once you get it to the anvil. It took some practice for me to be able to, get it just right and not curve on me like that. And, you just turn it and hit it and turn it and hit it, and keep going as you go. It stretches out, and then you go to the anvil. Once we get to the anvil here, now the first thing I want to do is just get that flattened out. And again, the camera doesn't do it justice because it's glowing so bright, but just getting those lumps out of there. This has already saved me, what took me 2 or 3 minutes on that power hammer, or on that treadle hammer. It took me probably 10-15 minutes on just using my hammer. So I'm already happy at this point. I'm already knowing that this thing's going to come in really handy. So right now I'm just flattening that out. The idea is to draw that out to probably about a foot and a half. I never really do measure it. I just kind of look at it and see if it looks like something I'd want to use. I just keep tapering it out there. Now the hammer that I'm using is a concave on one side, and then on the other side it's flat. The reason why that's important is because if you hit it with the concave part, I don't know if I'm using the right word, it might not be concave, it bows out, let's put it that way. Showing my intelligence there, but anyway, if you use that bowed side, it stretches out that metal a little bit better for you, and then you can use the flat side to flatten it. So you'll see me turn my hammer like I did just there, just making sure I got the right side. It's a relatively new hammer to me as well, so knowing the feel of it or whatnot, which side I'm using, I'm still getting down, but it's getting easier as I go. Now, as we get that drawn out, you can see it's getting pretty long. We're going to go ahead and just keep alternating, turning it and alternating the blows so it draws out evenly. You don't want it to get too flat. And then work on the edge of the anvil here, just getting that more to a point. And a couple blows each side, just keep turning it. It seems kind of tedious at times, but it really, you don't realize it because you're constantly looking at how your hammer blows, what the effects your hammer blows are having, and how to correct it if you don't do something right. So it really keeps you interested in what you're doing, and time really flies by. Here we're just taking that tip and bending it over. We're making a steak flipper. I neglected to tell you that, but you'll see here as I bend that, there's 2 turns that goes into it, and believe it or not, that's challenging when you're trying to figure out exactly how to bend it so it'll operate the way you want it to operate. And then when you twist it later, you always screw that up if you're not careful, so I did have to retwist it. Once I get that end done, I'm going to put it in the quench, not to harden it or anything. I just want to be able to grab it by the hand, so I cool off that end. Definitely make sure you test it before you just go ahead and grab onto it. It could be bad time. And then we get the other end hot. This is the handle end. We're going to get that in the vise here and give her a twist. This is a bending tool. It's got different slots in it for different size steel. And wasn't exactly sure which one I wanted to use because that tapers right there. So I finally get it right here and get in there snug and give her a twist. Then we'll hit it with a brush, just get the scale off. When you twist it like that, a lot of that scale starts to pop off. It's just nicer where you don't have to use the wire reel or anything to clean it up when you're done. After that's done, while it's still hot, you take some beeswax. I use beeswax on anything that might be used with food. And you don't want to have it too hot. The beeswax will ignite, and I've had that happen. It kind of startles you. Just melt that all over the steel there, and that gets into the pores and helps seal it and gives it that black patina look as well. And do it right here in front of the coal forge vent, because it'll just draw that right up into there. Now I could do some fancy, show you how I flip a steak, but it's fall, we're not using the grill, so this is how it operates. And seems to do a pretty good job. It works a lot better on steak, you guys, trust me on that one. I just wanted to show you on a towel, so we'll throw that up there. And then one more thing I wanted to show you that I picked up while I was out there in Ohio was a manual fan for my coal forge. You might ask, why would I want to do that? Right now I'm using a blow dryer, and that fan just, I don't have to use electric. I enjoy not using electric. I'm not an anti-electric, but if I can do that, I'm going to hook a hose up to that and run it over to the coal forge. So as I'm using coal, then I can use a hand fan and get out of it what I wanted out of it, which is, it kind of takes you back in time, sort of like pipe smoking, and yeah, do what we do. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you all are doing well. Until next time, you take care.